GM fam, welcome back to Value Vibes, where we talk all about Solana NFTs, a couple of Aptos NFTs with the team. We have Zircon here, we got Solinvestor here as well, and we're gonna go about everything from the drama to the vibes, and let's get it going. Zircon, what's up? How you doing, man?
I'm pretty good, Phil. Today we have a new guest, or maybe a new part of the podcast today, Solinvestor. So I'm really looking forward to how the podcast is gonna go today. It's early here in Argentina, so it's my first time working in the morning on the podcast, and we'll see how it goes. No many
Right.
news
So
today.
so so yeah, Solinvestor, welcome. Appreciate you coming in a guest. What's up, man? How's it going?
Pretty good, man. Dude, I'm actually excited. We saw Magic Eden break 100K daily volume, so it's pretty good. We saw the Aptos Penguins founder unfortunately pass away right after mint. So it's been an interesting 24 hours. Zombies and Brains mint, that brought up a huge bump. So yeah, pretty good. Just been trading.
So you came up with Aptos. So what happened with Aptos Penguin? What's the drama all about right now?
So according to Mecha Labs, there was some speculation that the founder planned on rugging. So right after mint, there was a Discord announcement posted immediately saying that the entire team has tragically died in a plane crash. And one of the team members was going to self-destruct after 5 seconds from the message being sent.
Jesus.
But Mecha Frogers is currently holding most of the funds.
Yeah, it says right here, unfortunately, the team has all died in a tragic plane crash whilst flying to Vegas with the mint funds. We are all dead. I am currently typing this all on Dev Store, and I will self-destruct 5 seconds after this message has been posted. F Mecha Frogo Brainlets can get a mint right. We would have made it to Vegas if we didn't shoot us down. Damn, man, that's crazy right there. What the hell just happened? What do you think, Zircon?
I think they're playing. I've seen this like 2 or 3 times already, done by devs. I think they are just joking around the thing that the mint actually went like really badly, and they are playing like the actual role. They're role playing on the fucking death of of the devs to create some momentum or maybe something like that. I don't really think they did die on a plane crash, but it would be like really crazy if that happened, if that actually happened. But I don't know. I mean, I've seen this before. I was scrolling on my Twitter feed and saw Insomnia joking about the whole death of devs during mint that happened already, I think 2 or 3 times. So I don't know. I don't completely believe it, but we'll see what happened.
Yeah, that's. I mean, we were expecting this somehow. I was surprised that an Aptos rug hasn't happened so big yet, and it's finally happened. I mean, we were all kind of waiting for this at some moment. Some rug was gonna come, and yeah, I was actually about to do a review on this project too yesterday, but like I didn't like the art, and thank God I didn't do a review on it. So, because it kind of looks like Yukio, but yeah. Anyways. Other than that, is Aptos finally? Is it still hyping? Is it still vibing? Solinvestor? Have you been looking into it?
I mean, I've been looking into it, not really taking too many trades in there. We're seeing even hype projects go below mint. There are 2-3 upcoming projects, Bra Bears. There's one more. What's it called? Nevermore's. So there are a couple of upcoming hype mints. I think they're going to get some volume. They might go above mint, but overall, we're just seeing projects cut supply, cut mint price. I think everyone's just moving back to Solana because of y00ts, but to me, it's just dying. But hey, it's been a great 48 hours.
Yeah, like we have Aptos monkeys. The floor price, it looks like it went down to 19 Aptos. Aptos Ape is still around the same price. Aptomingos is still holding its price, but overall everything else, it just looks like it's not really there's no feel around it. Zircon, have you been looking into Aptos?
Yeah, since we were since I'm part of the team that works on whitelist and stuff, we've been like digging really, really hard into Aptos, and I think what's happening is basically most of the hype that was like the first or the first 2 or 3 days because of the Aptomingos pump, it's already gone. Most of the people that got rugged have already left the ecosystem, and most of the people that made money already moved back to Sol. So
Yeah.
my concern with Aptos is not just the mints. I don't see volume on secondary market. That's my main concern on Aptos. So it's really, really hard to maintain the hype if people don't buy on secondary. I mean, you cannot rely on just mint and people minting, and that's it. You need people to buy on secondary in order to create some momentum. And I think that secondary movements, I'm not seeing them on Aptos. I was checking on the Aptos monkeys and saw some volume on secondary, but after that I haven't seen like buys. I mean, comparing it to Sol, in Sol, free mints or Degen plays like really, really cheap, get really, really good volumes, decent volumes on the day of the mint. And on Aptos, people just don't buy free mints. Like they're not pumping at all. They're like, they
Yeah.
pump like to 0.04 and they retrace and die. That's it.
Yeah, I see what you're saying there. It kind of feels like all the Sol and NFT projects that we're about to mint, not the best ones, went to Aptos, and then now we're starting to see like a curation of actual crazy upcoming Solana NFTs, like the Lily, Claynosaurus, and what else is there?
We have
There's
Brave
another one
this week.
that's which one?
You know, if you, I don't know if you heard, Brave browser is gonna launch
Oh
an
yeah,
NFT
Brave
collection with Adam Ape.
with Adam Ape,
Yeah.
right? So now that we're gonna get into the Soul transition right now, let's hear about Solinvestor's story. What got you into Solana? How did you get into Value Vibes? How did you hear about us? And what's your story all around?
So I got into NFTs in Q1 2021, mainly investing in layer one solutions. And in around Q2, Q3, we saw ETH NFTs blow up, CryptoPunks, board APR clubs. I felt like I already missed the boat on that. So basically looking for the next best thing. And in September, I'd start trading Solana NFTs because that's around the time that we saw the Ape Academies drop. Really like the art. That's what got me into Sol. Been a consistent flipper and trader since then. Just trying to make as much bags as possible. How I found
Yeah,
you guys, Phil, I've been watching your videos. I like the hat. I like the hat. Yeah, that's how it
touche.
all started.
Nice. And we heard that you also basically got into calling alpha trades on different discords as well. Like what got you on that path, and how did that I guess got your name out there?
Yeah, so that actually happened accidentally. I would just trade with a bunch of people because at the time I was still learning, and a couple of people probably thought that, yeah, this guy's doing relatively well. And some of them were founders for projects, moderators for different projects. And they just brought me on board. They're like, hey, do you want to make calls for our project? And it's just started from there.
Nice. So now, since we're getting into just Solana NFTs, what are you looking at right now?
Right now, mainly just sitting on my hands. We are seeing some volume come in into Utes, into D-Gods. Made a few trades on the brains and zombies, just a little bit of burger money. But overall, I'm just waiting for projects to dip. Currently, Cyber Samurai. Every time that drips down to 3 Sol, I'm picking that up. Cosmic Ape Crusaders, under 1 Sol, picking some of those up. hold a couple of Gcons, really into the jelly dogs, waiting for those to drop under 2 SOL. But really, I mean, I'm just waiting for projects to dip, and then we can take it from there.
What's going on with Cyber Samurai?
So Cyber Samurai is just one of those projects that is really good to range trade. Every few weeks, they'll drop to around 3 SOL. They release a couple of announcements, bump up to around 5 SOL. So I've really been playing that range for, I think, about like maybe 5-6 months.
Yeah. Am I in the right one right now?
Yeah, you're on the right one.
Nice.
Yeah, this is one of those projects you can get in at around 3 SOL, and you know they won't go away. You know they won't rug. You know they're constantly building. So pretty solid hold at around 3 SOL if you're trying to get into this one.
I see. Interesting. Zircon, have you looked into this project, or is there something else that you're looking at as well?
No, I didn't heard about Cyber Summers. I mean, I've heard of the project, but I didn't dig into. I started to check it a little bit more once Solinvestor talked about it, because I really like this kind of range plays. I've seen it before. I remember back on the day, if I don't know if you remember, Art of Mob did kind of the same pattern around 2 and 4 SOL. They would go down to 2 SOL, back to 4 SOL, down to 2 SOL, and it was very easy to make a swing trade there. So I really like the collections that kind of get the same pattern over and over and over again, because once you get it and once you understand how the pattern works, it's like really easy to make profits. So I was gonna check how they did like the past months to see how it moved, and probably gonna buy at least one or two to see how the pattern works. But no, I'm currently like checking out the zombies, seeing how they're moving. I'm holding my zombie and one brain. I already started swing trading some of the brains. I bought like 3 of them and sold them. And now I'm holding my zombie and the brain, hoping for some announcement to see if they can pump and can keep swing trading. I really like the concept and the art behind the zombies, so we'll see how it goes there. And I've seen some conversation. I have some conversation with Ryan about Community. Maybe that could be a solid play if they dipped a little bit more. They're around 20, I think. So that would be a good play as well.
Yeah. So with zombies, I saw that you transitioned into there. This one is kind of an interesting project that's happening right now. Brains and Zombie, they have a different type of gamification that I haven't seen, and I'm really interested in this project as well. This the one thing I'm trying to figure out is how it's connected to HG Soul and ABC, which I still can't solve, and it's just it's definitely I like how the brains is a separate collection and the zombies is like where they basically the zombies have to feed off something, which is the brains. So I'm curious on how the brains are going to perform with feeding off the zombies. Like if it like how the supply is going to play out, what the demand is going to be around it. And I'm getting interested on buying some more brains. For zombies, I'm waiting for it to go lower than 2 SOL. It doesn't seem like it's heading there. But with brains, it's been around like I think like 1.4 a 1.14 SOL right now. So it's gone up to 1.23. So yeah, definitely. I guess we all have our own strategy. I'm also trying to get into this at a lower price as well, but more of like a longer type of play.
Yeah.
What do you think, Solinvestor?
I really like the brains play. I'm doing the same thing. I'm just waiting to see what happens next. Look, if they're not going to increase supply, I think these things are going to move. If it's only a small supply increase, like maybe 2, maybe 3,000, we'll probably see a little bit of a dip, and just catching that dip is what I'm looking for. So I'm just sitting on my hands. I'm watching it. I'm paying attention to what's going on in the Discord. And as soon as we get more information on what's going on with the collection size, for me, that's really when I'm going to start playing with it.
Yeah. Yeah, I can see the listing right now is like what 568 right now, and it's looks like it's kind of slowly increasing or kind of like in a stable position. It's at 9% as far as listed in supply. So that like you mentioned the good point was what they're gonna do later if they're gonna increase the supply, and that's where I'm kind of curious. And like this is a game that like you kind of have to watch every day.
Yeah.
Because tomorrow they could announce an increased supply and everything would just be boom and it will just change quickly.
Yeah, and what's the supply for zombies? I think that's like 10K,
Yeah.
if I'm not mistaken. So there isn't enough brains to feed every zombie. So that's another thing. So are they going to increase the supply of brains to 10K? Are they going to increase it to 20K? If they increase it to 10K, I'm more than comfortable sort of getting in around that 0.5 range if listings go above 15%. But if they leave it as it is, you best believe there's going to be a little bit of a supply squeeze before people realize that maybe the numbers here just don't really work out. But it's a really good trade if they choose not to increase that supply.
Okay, so like one of your main things right now is saying if this thing gets to 15% or near 15%. Am I correct?
Yeah. Normally, I actually like to enter projects when it's around 20%, especially if it's a new project.
Yeah.
But given that this has ties to HGE, I really don't see it hitting that 20% mark. So I'm really looking at 15%.
Yeah. Yeah, that's another good point. Is that mark right there, the 15%. And I'm actually quite worried that it'll actually not get to 15%, given that on how fast the news will come out on whatever it is, like in the next 2 days. So I'm also waiting. I'm hoping it does get there because I'm definitely gonna go in as well. But if it gets above 10%, I'm not gonna lie. And the price is still around a 1 sol or maybe even below, I might just dip a little bit. I might wet my beak a little bit. It's definitely going to be risky because there's still a chance for it to dip even further in the price, the supply to increase. But yeah, a lot of different ways to play this game, a lot of different ways. Yeah. So we'll see how it plays out.
Yeah, another project that's tied to it is ABC, and now that the zombies have gone live, we've seen a little bit of a pullback from 30 sol to 26 sol. I think these are going to bleed a little bit until we get more news on the rev share and on the token. So I'm really looking to enter these at around that 20 sol range, hoping for sub 20, but I think that's a little bit optimistic.
Yeah.
Yeah, ABC is it did fall, it did collapse a little bit to 26 sol. I am also waiting around that range as well. But is zombies connected to ABCs? You think so? Or
from what I can tell, it's just Hades Swap launching it.
Yeah.
But I don't see a direct tie between HGE and zombies. Of course, we're just gonna have to see how this plays out. It might just be, someone from his DAO that's created this project and HGE is just sort of backing it up. But we're really not seeing a direct connection just yet.
Okay. And I'm going to wait for that. I hope there is a direct correlation just for my own bags, but we'll see. Now, on another thing, we have another project that I've been snooping around, and I don't know what you think of this, Zircon, but is Hyperspace Hypersphere NFT really just a useless tool, a useless test?
We enter in some ground that I don't know, because with the tweet with the sign that says Hypersphere equal no utility made by the dev, I don't know what to think about him. So, there you go. Zero utility. I don't know. I mean, it's pretty clear. But if I want to be honest, I think they're testing, but they might give the Hypersphere some utility. I don't think they're completely useless. Maybe now they are completely useless, but they will bring some. I need to believe that they are gonna bring something to them.
I bought two. Straight degen. Just with that post, I bought two. I did the same thing with ABC. I sold it when HG Soul said it's just art. I sold it and I made one sole profit. You saw on the Discord, and then he announced something crazy and that thing blew up. Yeah. So I would not advise no one doing this. No one should do this. This is just degen play for me. But here is one crazy thing that we just found out, that just came out right now. What is going on here? BBs with this Hypersphere NFT. It looks like a Hypersphere NFT logo. Am I right or am I crazy?
Yeah. No,
I think you're onto something.
And Hyperspace retweeted it. So that looks like a Hypersphere NFT. We can find out right now and see if that looks like it, because I think it is. Yeah. And if it is, there's got. I don't want to say it because I go watch it be just zero utility, and I'm gonna be shattered everywhere about it. But it looks like it.
Yeah.
Right. Look at that.
I think it looks like more like the explosion, the one on the bottom right.
Yeah,
maybe.
Why is that one exploding? Ooh, it might be a rare zero utility NFT.
I don't even know. So it's super weird, this collection. They're saying it has no utility, but they're charging that 5% royalty. And look, for those of you who don't know, this was a free mint by Hyperspace. They're claiming that it's just to test out Card in the Lab's royalties. But why not charge like 0.1% royalty and be like, put a crappy NFT on it saying, don't buy this shit. It's absolutely useless. You know what I mean? Why spend time actually creating, somewhat of a good artwork, putting a 5% royalty on it, and then claiming it's for nothing?
Yeah.
That being said, why do you hold two of these?
I bought two of them, and then the price went. I bought them like at point. So I bought one when I woke up. I bought one, and that's when they didn't say anything, and it was like a 0.50, and I went on Valley Vibes and I saw Zircon, and then they said zero utility, so I sold it. And then I went back and then I saw this post from him with the zero utility board, and I was like, okay, I gotta buy two. I just have to buy two because I feel like this has to be like counter. I don't know. It's like the opposite. I feel like, but
so what's your?
I don't want to. 0.40, 0.44, 0.40, somewhere there. It's lower now. Right. It's at 0.30, I think.
Yeah, it's at 0.30. I'm actually waiting for these to drop to around 0.1, 0.2. And I'm actually looking to pick up around 10 of them, to be perfectly honest. Look, I don't buy this whole zero utility thing. I think they're going to add something. There's no way Hyperspace is going to dent their reputation. But, again, we've seen all of these marketplaces do something shady every now and then. So you never really know. I'm not going to put in more than one or two soul in it, but I'm definitely looking to bag up on them.
Is there has Hyperspace officially launched an NFT collection like with their name before?
No,
that's what I was, because I see like it might have a correlation like what Magic Eden did with the Magic tickets and these Hyperspheres. I tried to figure out some sort of correlation between them, like Hyperspheres making their own, like we talked about how Magic tickets would be like buying stocks on Magic Eden. It would be like some kind of the same thing for Hyperspace maybe. I don't know. I'm just thinking about it around the concept that it has to have something more than just zero utility in a board. I mean, that's what I think.
Or it's just a cash grab.
Maybe.
Yeah,
there's money.
And I think their test is it's kind of working because you can't buy these on Magic Eden, so it's like kind of like controlling royalties in a way. So I feel like BBs or Bebes or however you want to call it is kind of trying to establish creator royalties, and it's going to use this tool from Hyperspace and to where everyone's going to mint from Hyperspace to where they're going to get all their creator royalties from there. Maybe. That's the theory I'm feeling right now. It just kind of makes sense. So
yeah, but actually that makes a lot of sense, but then the question always comes, okay, so how does this drive value back to the holders? Because just because these are using the tech behind it, It's really how are the holders involved in this, and how can they benefit from holding it.
Yeah. So I would think that since they're all trading the same marketplace, which will be Hyperspace, that with the royalties being distributed back to the project and everything has to be sold and bought on that marketplace, that it'll probably be, maybe, and people might not like it, but it's more centralized to where it might, I don't know, I don't really have an answer to that, but I'm trying to figure it out right now. But at least the holders know that there's royalties being distributed back to the project to where they can probably be incentivized later on when there's capital appreciation from the NFT, because that project is building out with funding. They know that it is.
Look, I'm all for the centralization thing. All right, I like to have all of my volume in one place when I'm trading. I like to capitalize on these arbitrage opportunities when there's volume lacking in one marketplace compared to another. So I'm in full support of this centralization thing, as long as my bags are pumping. That's all I care about.
Now, that's a whole nother debate with creator royalties, where we can all go on about that. Definitely a huge topic, and I know we'll definitely have some backs and forths with that one. But now let's go on to the next topic, a big topic. Now, Zircon, what do you think of y00ts? What is going on with y00ts?
Oof, I'm looking at y00ts like the last couple of days. I've seen this was really surprising. I don't know if you checked. Frank changed his PFP. That has to mean something. I haven't seen Frank with another PFP other than the god, like in my whole time in Solana. So this must mean something. And I'm really looking forward to maybe getting some news this week on y00ts. I don't know. Frank said he was gonna take a break for a couple of days for no reason. That's what he said on Twitter. So I'm not buying that. And we might even see some news on y00ts these upcoming days. That's what I think about them.
Yeah. What do you see, Solinvestor?
I mean, if you actually look at Frank's PFP and the y00ts PFP, Frank's PFP is written temporary on it. So yeah. I think it's pretty clear that within the next week, the next 2 weeks, we are going to get that y00ts reveal. We've seen them bump from around 90 sold to about 110, 120. So I'm super excited. I think they're going to bring volume back to the space for at least another week or two after reveal. We may see a dump on y00ts after that reveal takes place, but you just can't fade Frank. I'm sure he has something planned for when that dump takes place, just to control the damage on that.
Yeah, it definitely is increasing just a little bit. It went up to 117, as you can see. So there is definitely hype around this change of PFP. Things are coming out finally. And yeah, just like what you said, volume is going to come back to Solana. What is it going to do to every other Solana project? Is it going to bring liquidity, or is it going to drag out liquidity from other projects and go directly to y00ts? Because does something similar happen with another project, OK Bears? When that minted out, what happened was all these other projects were being sold off, and everyone was putting liquidity into OK Bears. So people were able to buy into other projects at a discount because of the OK Bears hype. Is the same thing going to happen here with y00ts, where people are going to start buying off into y00ts, or what's up? What do you think?
So the way I'm looking at it is that I think something like that could happen. We're not going to see as strong of a pullback as we saw with y00ts and as we saw with Tripping Apes. But I do think projects are going to have a little bit of a pullback. I do think the bigger ones may have a little bit of a pullback, stuff like ABC. That's why I'm really looking at that 20 sold range, going to get in there, and we're just going to see what happens. I think y00ts going live may mark the end of Aptos. Sadly, yeah, it's a shame for those Aptos Penguins. Even if the father comes back to life, I think the chain will be dead. So yeah, super excited. We're going to see that volume, and best believe that a lot of people are just going to play off it.
Yeah, Zircon, are you gonna if volume does start drying up in other projects, is that you're gonna be your opportunity to check around other smaller plays with this youth?
Yeah, definitely. I'm really looking forward. The ones that I'm interested on buying just because of some of because I'm really bullish on them, or at least on their communities, is Cets on Creck. I mean, if they went with the Kikiverse thing, I think they went back to 20 something, if I'm not wrong. I don't remember. It was a really long time ago, but I really like Cets. I talked about Community 3 already.
17 Sol now.
Yeah, 17 Sol is getting in a really good range. Actually, I really like the community around Cets. They are really strong. So I see them playing well on the long term, and maybe getting some. Well, ABC is a good play as well. I know. I mean, it's AGE. You cannot fade AGE, and maybe. Well, I've seen DJNA, but I think it's still really expensive. Even with a pullback, I don't think it's gonna go under 50. So it's out of my range. So I'm not gonna buy DJNA. But I would love if DJNA went back to, I don't know, 30 maybe. Oh, it's in 15 right now. If it went back to, I don't know, 30, I would consider maybe buying a DJNA. I really like them. I really support OGs that have been working and that are with consistent depths and consistently with the price, like DJNA, Cets. What else am I missing? Famous Fox. There you go, Tayo. I had a blank on my head for a second. That kind of project, I really support OGs on the ecosystem. So if I ever get a chance, my target would be Tayo. If I completely honest, I don't see like buying at the gut just because it's really expensive for me. I see Tayo for like more realistic maybe future, but I don't think I'm gonna hold at the gut, at least. Not now, not right now.
Now the other project that I just thought of was Lunar. It has gone down dramatically. Like what you were mentioning earlier, HE-Sol. I'm transitioning from what you mentioned with HE-Sol to Lunar because Lunar is kind of directly aligned with HE-Sol from the Open DAO. The Open DAO is working on this project. When it minted out, it was about like around 8-10 Sol, and it has gone down to 3.80 Sol. Solinvestor, is there anything you would like to discuss about Lunar? Is this bearish? Is this bullish? Is this Lunar project a rug?
I wish I knew more about this project. I know they are connected to OpenDAO. Have heard some sort of speculation about some sort of giveaways for CryptoPunks for the project. I don't really know what's truly going on with the project. Personally, I'm just not touching it until we get any more information, because look, if this is just one of those other brand plays, I mean, it's going to zero.
Yeah, there's not much information about the about Lunar project right now. There's the only info that we have right now is that they're gonna build a festival around. It's called like the Lunar Fest, and this project has about 12 different zodiac signs, and the reason why a lot of people think, and I don't want to say a lot of people, but there's people that think that this project could do well, is the main thing, like what you said, the Open DAO. The Open DAO was a part of Ethereum. It made HG so famous, what many would say. And if the Open DAO is connected to Lunar, and if Lunar really does really market this, they're marketing at Ethereum, which is going to bring a lot of liquidity into Lunar, which is going to bring a lot of liquidity to HGSO. It's going to bring a lot of liquidity to Haiti Swap. And right now, it doesn't look like it. It looks like it's doing the opposite. So I don't know what's going on here. It's at 13% as far as listed supply, which kind of looks good. I'm not going to lie. It looks kind of good. So maybe 15% I would probably get in as well and see what's up. But I will have to also look into see how this thing is playing out. Zircon, any last words on Lunar?
No, I was really, really bullish with the thing we heard about the CryptoPunks. That apparently, if you hold one of the Lunar that has the CryptoPunk shirt, you have a complete license to the CryptoPunk related to the Lunar. So I thought that was really, really bullish. But as the complete project, I'm not quite sure. I don't think it's gonna rock. Definitely not. I mean, if they're connected to AGE and to the Ethereum and the OpenDAO, they could do well like in the future. We just need more information. I think people rely in speculation and on news to decide either to hold or not. So that's why maybe they dip. If the listings are at 13%, there's just people listing and undercutting their prices. I think that's the main reason why Lunar has dipped so hard. But yeah, that's the thing I have to say on Lunar.
One
Yeah,
thing that's... Oh, sorry, Phil.
Go ahead.
Yeah, one thing that I find bullish that you just said is these real life events. So we've seen with this, is it Meta Tattoo Club?
Yeah,
So,
Meta Tattoo.
Yeah, they basically got a lot of attention for throwing the real life events before Mint, and that got the community really hyped and really engaged. These went up to around 11 so floor. They're currently having a pullback. So we are seeing these real life events gain more traction within the Solana NFT space. So I am interested to see how their real life events takes place. Where is it going to take place? How are they going to go about it? But if I am to take a bet on it, I'm going to wait for it to go to sub 3
For Lunar.
Yeah, for Lunar.
Yeah, that's a good one right there below. So I would agree on that. But yeah, Meta Tattoo definitely blew up. That project, basically, when I looked into it, I didn't feel bullish at all. I did like the concept because they were basically advertising towards people who love tattoos, and they were gonna make in real life tattoo shops around the world. And one of the things that they were gonna do is give a free flight to Sweden to get a free tattoo from them, which was kind of cool. But I never expected this thing to pump. That was quite wild.
Their community is cracked. I mean, look, the community is cracked. Their artwork is cool. They did throw those real life events. But I'm in the same mindset. I don't know if a tattoo project it should be valued at around 10 SOL.
Yeah, I mean, I still don't get it. What do you think, Zircon?
I would say just one word: unexpected. That's what I have to say. No one saw this one coming. That's all I have to say on Meta Tattoo Club.
Yeah, that's a good wrap right there. So there's a couple of other projects that I've been looking at. There's Kikiverse, there's Ooze. Kikiverse was something that Solinvestor that you kind of looked into. What do you think of Kikiverse? There was some late news of it, basically saying that they delayed on some things. Are you still looking into this one?
Yeah, so I actually got my eyes on it. I'm personally not entering anytime soon. It seems like, to build their watch to earn platform, they do need to start releasing their episodes. But to create these episodes, it's going to be super expensive. And they just don't have the funds for it. So they are looking for VC backing, which, considering they're part of OpenDAO, it's quite possible they will get it. But personally, I'm just waiting to see any signs that VC money is going to come in before I buy. But personally, this watch to earn platform, I think it's a super good idea. And let's be honest, it's just going to work until it doesn't, similar to Stefan. But there could be a solid bump on it.
So I'm actually not. I'm actually kind of afraid of the watch to earn model, to be honest, because it's the first time. I haven't seen this before. I'm actually worried about how it's going to play out. But I think as far as before that comes out, just buying the rumor, selling the news is a good strategy for me. So this being at 17% seems kind of a really good entry point right now. But I'm with the delays that happened with the pilot program, this thing could definitely go back down to 0.50 or even below. I started buying this at 1 SOL, and it went all the way down to 0.15. So when it went that low, I still held on, and obviously it went all the way back up to 5 SOL. But that's the part that still worries me, is that how this project can still hit those levels, and especially like those two things will be like the only news that people are waiting for. So that's my take.
Yeah, I'm going to give it about a week, maybe 2 weeks. If we don't hear any news by then, I'll definitely approach founders, see what's happening. But it does take a while to get that VC funding. After they get that VC funding, I still believe that they have more content creation to go through. So even if it is at 17%, the way I see it, it'll probably stabilize between that 17 to 20%, but without any volume coming in, without too much volume coming in, they're eventually going to break below 0.5.
Oof. Nice point. Zircon, what else? What else is out there? What else is good?
Well, here Solinvestor talked about something that I don't honestly understand. I don't know if you heard about art gobblers on Ethereum. I've heard of people bragging around making free money, and it was like, what is going on with this? I don't know. I don't know if Solinvestor wants to talk about it, because I read some tweets, but I don't completely get what happened. And I want to understand what is going on around art gobblers.
All right. So basically, Art Gobblers is a free mint. And this thing basically went all the way up to around 15 Sol. I still don't, 15 ETH. I still don't know why it went that high. But I mean, you talk about free money. This is basically 4D gods.
Yeah.
People who minted more than one of these could have afforded 8D gods for free. I believe somebody even posted a tweet the other day. They're like, I had $10 in my account and now I have like $17,000.
That's insane. That's insane. From $0 and you get $20,000 free in one day. People work. I mean, I can't put that in my mind from this mint right here.
It's already flipped to Mutant API Club. From a free mint. I don't know why these are pumping. I don't know why people aren't selling them to just, bag up on DGods. I really don't know what's going on. I just know people have earned a crap ton of money from this free mint in a single day.
Yeah. I heard the same thing.
Yeah.
But hey, I like the artwork.
The artwork, it's not bad. I enjoy it as well. Definitely something that I would have never caught on to. With Solana, I think the closest thing to Solana what would be probably Meta Tattoo Club. not from puppet to 8 Sol. The poor people's chain. So yeah, that definitely interesting. So and other news, what else is there out there going on in Solana?
Well, you guys mentioned Cets and Creck earlier. I just want to know what's the alpha on that, because we're seeing them at 17, so looks like they're going to touch 15. We heard about an art rework a couple of months ago, but really haven't heard much about Cets since then.
No, I think that's the main concern. Again, people need. I don't get why, but because I don't have that kind of mentality. But people need news constantly. That I think that affects the price of these kind of collections like a lot. And if they don't, maybe not the Cets on Creck Maxi, but people that are just holding to see if they can make money, when they don't hear about the team, like, I don't know, in a week or two, they start thinking around like maybe it's not a good hold. So they start at the undercut run, and the price starts going down and down and down. And the people that are already in the project and that want to buy for cheap, just let them undercut. It's like, okay.
Yeah. That's kind of another point right there. Just like with OK Bears, they barely tweet on their Twitter profile, and they have gone drastically down to like 39 Sol. And I don't know what there is, the correlation between hype tweeting and the project. It just shows that it means a lot. It may not be good. But that's kind of like the name of the game. And the only one that actually held its price is y00ts without saying anything. But what do you think, Soul Investor?
I mean, look, y00ts held its price because there is some reputation behind the gods, right? They are proven. Dude, I'm still mad at OK Bears. I mean, I minted it for 1 Sol. I sold it for 10 Sol, thinking that was that 1,000% ROI. I thought that was pretty good. They went up to about 150. They're trailing back down, but I don't think it's any surprise. These things are basically a Bored Ape Yacht Club derivative. It's been poorly managed by the team. One of the biggest holders, HE, has publicly criticized them. We have Nate Rivers just trying to bring them back up, but personally, I'm just not bullish on OK Bears. I'm not going to.
Zircon's laughing because yeah, Zircon's laughing because we had this debate before between me, Zircon, and Ryan, and I was the only one that was bullish on OK Bears, and I love the brand, and it for me it had that feeling of where this project can really do something like base in my personal feeling, but things didn't work out well, and the dev problem definitely changed the situation. I think they've been slow on the whole IP movement that they've been doing a while. I never had my package that I was supposed to get, and I don't like what's going on right now with
your wristbands.
Yeah, I never got my wristband, and I don't like what's going on with this these drops, because like they're only giving it to a few people. You have to be active. I'm not active. I'm doing things. I got a life, but I don't enjoy what's happening right now. I do think they're gonna be fine in the long term if they really focus on the brand, but branding takes about 8-10 years. So just like Ooze, they've been branding for 8+ years, but yeah, definitely I've been changing my mind a little bit, but I still have a feeling for them. I still have some love, but yeah, they need to change some things around for sure.
Look, I would recommend maybe just dropping another 100 Sol on them, picking around 3 up. You might just get that wristband then. Just send a little bit more applications. I see Rex in chat asking, is OK Bears the best PFP on Sol? Let's try the y00ts derivatives. I think that's where the PFPs are at, but that's just one man's opinion.
Zircon, is OK Bears the best PFP on Sol?
I mean, it's like really outstanding, but I don't know. I wouldn't say it's like the best. I mean, you can see, but I don't know. I feel there's better PFPs than OK Bears. And
what's your favorite?
Oh, that's a tricky one. Let me see again.
The best. What's your best? And then we'll go to Solinvestor.
Okay, I really because that's tricky, because I always try to think I don't buy things just because of PFP. I like tiles, but I don't think it's the best PFP to be honest. But I like the pixel. I would say SMB is one of my favorites.
Mouse
really
gonna
like
be SMB.
Yeah.
PFP. I think Monkey PFP is my favorite. Solinvestor. Which one?
I mean, for me, it's just like, look, the higher the floor price, the better that PFP is looking, right?
I don't know, because the meta tattoo kind of I still don't resonate with it. Even if it went up to 7-8 Sol, it still kind of looks like well, but I see what you're saying. That is definitely true.
Yeah, I mean, look, when Blocksplit Labs was at 50 Sol, I thought it's pretty good. Now it's at like 95 Sol. I think it's just looking even better. If that Meta Tattoo Club ever hit like 20, 30 Sol, I would say it's the best art in Solana. So it really just depends. How high is the floor price, and am I holding this project? Yeah. Those are the two questions.
Yeah, because ABC is looking like some good art right now. Being at 20-30 Sol compared to when it was at 1 Sol. That was kind of a joke, but it didn't work out. But yeah,
But I actually like the art for Kikiverse. I think Kikiverse is pretty good. And look, I think the art for Kikiverse is better than the art for Board Ape Yacht Club.
Yeah, Kikiverse are really, really nice. I like them.
Yeah, Kikiverse is nice. I do like them too. But
I think
But-
the ABC art is amazing when it was at 60 floor, so 60 soul floor. I think they're the best art in Solana at that point.
now in other news, we have Value Vibes Discord here, guys. If you guys want to join our Alpha Discord, check it out. We have it right here. You can look at some things. We got people talking. We got whitelist for people. We just hang out here. It's our go-to club. And one day, if you do want to join our actual podcast, we always like to invite people on here. And overall, Solinvestor, thanks for coming on this show and being a guest here. Any last words, Solinvestor, from your end?
Yeah, I mean, look, we're having some green in the market. I think it's going to be a good 1-2 weeks. So, yeah, have fun trading and good luck with your investments.
Nice ending right there. Zircon, any last words?
No, my last words would be: let's see what happens this week with Brave, with the Brave NFT collection. Let's see if we have some news on y00ts, and if we have another mini bull run on Solana with the y00ts reveal. Hoping for that.
Yeah,
and hopefully the team for Aptos Penguins comes back to life. I don't know.
Yeah, I wish the best for Aptos Penguin, that they come alive. And just like from Rex said, any blockchain SMB he thinks is the GOATs. I agree with him. And yes, for me, I would like to say that I can't wait for the y00ts mint but the biggest thing I'm looking at right now is Brains and Zombies. I'm so excited about this one. A lot of trading, a lot of gamification, a lot of ways you can play this game. So we have day traders, we have swing traders, we have investors trying to play at the end of the game. So different ways, and I think we each of us have our own strategy here. I'm playing the kind of like the long-term swing trade game. I think Zircon, you're playing on the shorter term game, and then Solinvestor looks like you're playing like in the midterm game, from what I'm seeing.
I'm just going for the announcement hype.
The announcement hype.
That's really
nice.
Yep.
So yeah, a lot of different ways of playing that game. So let's see how it plays out. How each of us, if we make our bags, if we don't, we're all about to find out who wins this one. It's gonna be a lot of fun. Anyway, guys, thanks for watching this. Overall, make sure you subscribe to our channel so we can keep on going and doing more of this right here. Comment below on anything else you guys want us to talk about on the next show. We go live every Tuesday and Thursday. Tuesday at this time, Thursday at night around 9:30 p.m., 8:30 p.m. and on Korean time. But we're gonna try to change all that timing to make it all equal. But yeah, anyways, guys, join our Discord below. Invites limited invites only. And much love and peace.
So